Today, we're going to power through this stacked college basketball slate. We're going to talk World Baseball Classic, and let's cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Disney adults scare the shit out of me. They need to be put on a list. Look, you go on a family trip to Disney every once in a while, once a year, sure. As long as you're not rocking the Mickey Mouse ears and you don't got the satchel with the pins,
you know
we're okay.
All got those, dude.
Yo, Rav, you buying back in? He says he thinks he's buying back in, which means fades. The Steelers, again, this system is 100% profitable. Those do not grow on trees, folks. So if you want to get involved, all you got to do is fade a Steelers fan. Find a Steelers fan, number one. Number two, fade them. Cereal is one of the fakest sharp foods you can eat. Big breakfast decisions with cereal down our throats for years, and I'm on to it. If you don't see me on this show tomorrow, you know who did it. It's Big Breakfast. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 872 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Pickett Sports. If you're not using Pickett Sports every single day, like old Krabs, like Jovan, like Goots, like the rest of the Bookit squads, change that right now. Don't wait. Don't put it off. Don't procrastinate. Don't say I'll do it later. Do it now before you forget, because you will forget. We got a lot to go over today, a lot to talk about. CBB. We're going to talk maybe some college baseball. Definitely going to talk some World Baseball Classic as well. Get you guys ready for that. Do it now before you forget. Download Pickett right now. Go. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, go, go, go. Download Pickett right now. Hurry up, go. Download it now before you forget. Go. W's. Jovan, happy Wednesday. W squad, Rob, my man. Good shit.
Shout out. Might have
Good
been in the end, the harder one to get out of the two halves. Didn't really trust him in the second half, but they dropped Nuck. But thank God they covered the first half.
They won outright in an incredible win. They are now pretty much off the bubble. Good for your Frogs.
Which is huge, because that not only keeps them out of Dayton, but ensures that I'll be able to watch the game in the case of our next trip.
Yeah.
I was getting worried about that after I started thinking about that.
That is huge.
Shout out.
We got a lot of trips coming out, folks. A lot of trips coming out.
Jamie's first winning season in the Big 12.
Wow.
Secured.
Good for him.
Yeah. This might be his best coaching job after all the shit I've given him.
I mean, yeah, he's had better rosters than he has this year. But the team's winning more.
So much better.
Yeah. Good for Jamie Dixon. I like Jamie Dixon. I think he's a good coach. Do I think he's a great coach? Yeah. He's a good coach. I like Jamie Dixon. And he was a Frog, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's why he's there. He came back.
Yep. Makes it pretty hard to fire that guy, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. He's never getting fired. He can't even get Gary Patterson. It's not going to happen.
All right, let's look at the Sharp Report recap from yesterday. Not good. Plain and simple, not good. You hit the one that mattered, Jovan. W's there.
Yep. Mine was on Frog Meat and nothing else.
Yep. Frog Meat, W play. That's what you get for bet on UVA. Try to tell you.
Yep.
Grayson Allen barely went more than. Your guy Thiem hooked over. That was cool.
26.
That was sick.
Grayson and Thiem hooked over.
15 from field.
Yep, both hooked over. I put $400 on a lineup with those two squares, and both squares hooked over. So most people would probably quit or make up an excuse and, say they're sick or whatever after that shit and not, be locked in. I'm doing the opposite today. I'm fucking tired of the cake, to be honest with you. Unacceptable squares up there on the board right now that you guys are looking at. Disgraceful. Terrible. Horrid. Not acceptable. Shit makes me sick. Shout out Kansas State for doing job. Shout out UCLA for doing job. Clemson, give me a freaking break. Pull this up again real quick. Sorry. Pull this up again real quick. I'm not done. Clemson, make a fucking layup. Foul with 0.9 seconds left. Nice. Oh, but wait, there's more. This could have been a 5-0 day. Grayson Allen hooked over. Seth Trimble made 2 shots yesterday and shot 2 for 10. And his the first basket of the game was him hitting a 3. He didn't do shit after that. And then Clemson lost by the hook.
Yeah, it was actually just.
I'm not the kind of guy to sit up here and say shoulda, woulda, coulda. Those are shit plays. You know why? Because they lost. You know what are good plays? Plays that win. Plays that make us money. Those are good plays. The plays I gave you guys yesterday, dog shit. Were they close? Yeah, they were right there at the cash counter. But they were declined. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'd rather lose a wager, I'd rather lose a prize pick square by 1 billion points. I hate hooks. Fading Trimble on senior night is just. Darren, he don't know you, bro. We got Just Gritty getting involved here. Resubbing for 7 months. 1 year bang. Let's cook today. Let's go, Just Gritty. Appreciate you bringing the vibes up here, getting involved with a resub. W first subby of the day today. I'm tired of the freaking hooks, man. I'm tired of the bad beats. I'm tired of the cake. I am. I shouldn't be bitching too much. It was a pretty good day overall yesterday. Went 4-1 on straight bets, made 4 units. But the squares, man, 0-4. We got to bounce back today. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Need.
It's officially must need. Yeah, it is. All right, let's move. We don't have any more recaps. Before we dive into the sharp report for today to get you guys right on the slates, there is some CBB on right now. Good City's going to turn it off here in a couple minutes for the spring training game, which is kind of beat, but we do have early college basketball today, which is a W. So hope you guys are responsibly enjoying and getting involved in these early games. We will talk about FGCU before we get off this show. We got a little bit of time before then. So anybody on Jacksonville, anybody on Bellarmine in the chat, let me know so we know what to root for. Okay? Number 2. Guys, we've been talking about these Manscaped products for damn near a month. I did such a good job gassing up the body buffer that after the show the other day, Goots comes over, he rips the body buffer out of the box. He goes, I'm taking this shit. I need it. I need it. That's how good of a job I sold on the body buffer. Goots said, yeah, give me that shit. There's no body buffer in sight in here anymore. It's gone.
No.
It's gone. That is now property of Goots.
Used it this morning.
How was it?
Beautiful.
Isn't it so much better than a loofah?
Yeah.
Or a washcloth? Like
So much
people
better.
from the 1800s?
Yeah.
Or bare hands? God forbid if you're a guy in the big 2-6, you're still putting soap on bare hands on your body. Oh. Give me a break. In the big 2-6, you're putting raw soap on? What are you doing? Get yourself a body buffer, but don't get it yet. Don't get it yet. Wait. Wait for the promo code. You like that shit, Goots? Yeah. Wait for the promo code. Great products. Don't buy them yet. We need a promo code.
I want to mention, there is a real reason why it has not came yet. I know it's annoying, chat. There's a real reason.
Don't buy it yet. We're going to get you guys right with a promo code, save you guys some money so you can buy some of these elite products. Jovan, we might have to get you to test out this beard hedger. See if you like it.
Get me right.
We could unbox this puppy. You might be in the market for a new electric beard trimmer. This thing's got to be good. I've never seen a beard hedger where instead of you having to like put on different like caps on the top, like different sized caps on the top of your beard hedger, this one looks like you just turn this little dial in the middle of it, and that changes the size between 1, half, 2. They got all the way up to 10. That's crazy. A built-in guard on the Manscaped beard hedger. That's goated. Talk about getting it ahead of the game. That's living in the year 3000. It's
pretty hard.
That's incredible. Shit, Jovan, I might be taking that home. You might be shit out of luck. And we already know what the Dome Shaver can do. That thing is an absolute menace. My goodness.
Deletes hair.
My goodness. The Dome Shaver, they need to do studies on that, how effective it is. I don't know how they did it. Incredible product. The lawnmower speaks for itself. If you guys don't have a lawnmower in the big 2.6, figure it out. Legitimately figure it out. They're on like the lawnmower 5.0 now. Looks like a freaking robot. They're unbelievable. Incredible products. All right, let's move. YouTube chat, not very active today. Would love to see some more goats in the YouTube. We got a couple subbies coming in here. Oh, just one more, sorry. MS Tuver MS2 for 123, subbing up with Prime. We appreciate you guys. Remember, you get a free subby with Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, which everybody on earth does, you get a free subby every month. Not just one time ever. Every month you get one free subby on Twitch. Cash it in. What are you doing letting that puppy rot away and expire? Cash that puppy in. Okay? Awesome. Awesome. Jovan, is Dustin Wolf 2030 Olympic team starting goalie from MS2?
Would be gutted, but I assume he's asking that because last night he had probably his worst game of the year and got pulled.
Oh boy.
So next Dustin Wolf start goes without saying, adds something of his to my card, whether it's his saves or the Flames. But yeah, he's got a ways to go before that.
Okay.
Might be against the Canes on Thursday. Or Saturday, I mean. Thursday will probably be Cooley.
I wonder if they're going to give him the next start.
Yeah.
Dome check Krabs from Tyler Johnson. I'll give you a dome check. Things are really looking up. Jesus fucking Christ. Just looks like somebody like closed their eyes and like shaved off a couple parts.
Yeah. Not great.
Thank God I already have a girlfriend and I hope she doesn't leave me. Because if she does, I'm fucked. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm putting some hair stuff in these little alleyways right here.
Alleyways?
These little alleyways right here on the left and right sector. I'm
Yeah.
starting to put some hairspray on them because I got to grow that hair back somehow, some way. Because if it doesn't work, I'm going to Turkey.
Yeah.
I'm going to Turkey. It is what it is. I've already made that decision. I have a game plan here. If the hair doesn't come back in those alleyways, I will be taking a business trip to Turkey. Yep. I don't care if I have to do it solo. Some of my buddies said they're already in. I'm sure we could get a couple people from the office.
I might
Everybody
come.
here has a full fucking set of hair.
I might want to come.
Dude, so you don't need to come. You have beautiful hair.
Yeah, but I'll
You want to come for the vibes?
I would like to go to Turkey.
Wants to go to Turkey for Turkey.
I would love the company.
I like to travel crowds.
I didn't know you were a big Turk guy.
Well,
because I know you're more ground beef than ground Turk. I didn't know if that also went as far as the country itself.
Well, no, not necessarily. I've heard nice things about Istanbul. So
Yeah.
I would love to go enjoy a drink at a bar there.
These programs are crazy, man. You pretty much just pay like $3,000, $4,000.
Yeah.
Pick you up at the airport, take you to a nice resort.
Yeah.
You don't even leave the
So
resort.
it's a whole
They feed you.
thing?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
like a whole like 10-day thing. You got to stay over there because they got to make sure you don't like die or something
Yeah.
after the surgery.
Yeah.
You pretty much just sit there and don't do shit for 10 days and chill.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
And it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, maybe I can find some health benefit over there for myself.
Yeah. Sure. Dude, you're perfect, man.
Oh, thanks,
Come on
Krabs.
now.
Really appreciate it.
Come on now. Probably not the best region to visit right now. Well, Richie, sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have hair like this, Richie? No, didn't think so.
It might be a little busy down there in the Middle East these days.
Didn't think so.
And so is the Air Force. They got once again knocked.
I mean, they got bigger things on their mind, Jovan. That was a great call.
They're busy, man.
That was a great call.
They ain't have time to cover against GCU.
You also can't drink. When you get the surgery, I'm pretty sure you can't drink. Yeah. I don't know I think you could drink over there in general, but when you get the surgery, you're not allowed to drink for like a couple months, I think, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Again, though, it's worth it. It's worth it to not have a hair that looks like this. Jesus. I mean, the lights aren't doing me any favors, but I mean, my hair is hanging on by a thread. Here, folks. By a thread. Golly. It actually looked worse like a week ago. So, you know what? Maybe things are actually improving. Okay. I'm trying to read some of these chats. I'm trying to learn about Turkey here. Wait, Chad, am I on the right page here? Like, you can drink in Turkey. You just can't drink when you get the hair transplant surgery, correct?
Sounds right.
That's not a country where you can't booze, right?
No, right?
Yeah, okay. Randop, it's actually scientifically proven that hats do not affect hair loss. Yes. It doesn't do shit. That's not my problem, Rando. My problem is that I just have shitty genes, hair-wise. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, Google it right now. It doesn't. Hats do not affect hair growth at all. All right. Why don't we go ahead and dive into the Sharp Report? We'll drop the links to the hats. Speaking of hats, if you want to cop a Bookit scripted hats, we'll drop the link in the chats. They're so fresh. I have one right here.
Krabs literally grabbed that just so he could show the commies and Hokies helmets in the back there.
Yep. People don't talk about that backdrop enough. Look, it looks like I'm wearing a Bookit hat right now. But I'm not.
Hey.
Buy a Bookit hat. Buy a Bookit hat. These are fresh. I had to pack this morning because I'm going back to Virginia for the PLL Champ Series. Also, they're doing $5 hot dogs, $5 beers at the PLL Champ Series tomorrow. Wow.
So, are we gonna lace them up again, Krabs, or
I don't even know how that would work.
I don't know if I'm doing a 999 challenge at a PLL event, but I would think about it.
what would the timeline be of that? Like,
I mean, 4 quarters.
I mean, it's also probably a little bit quicker too, so it'd probably have to be like an 888 challenge or some shit.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
two per quarter.
Two per quarter, and then add an extra one in there
Did we
somewhere.
have this conversation?
Say that again?
So didn't we have this conversation with JJ Watt though? If it's quicker, it's easier.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm not saying it would be harder. I'm just talking through the logistics here.
two a quarter and throw one in there at some point.
I don't like
extra one.
handout scoots, you know that. So I would not ever do an 888 challenge. I think the right way to do it is as soon as the first face-off occurs, you chug a beer, you eat a hot dog like you're at the Nathan's Famous contest.
Yes.
And you get one down, and then from there you do 2 each.
Yes.
Per period or per quarter.
Yes. Okay.
That would be the PLL 999 challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I going to do it? Probably not. I really don't want to throw up in front of Paul Rabel and
Mike.
PLL and in front of all these people and children.
Yeah.
There will be children there. I don't want to throw up in front of them.
I think they would understand.
Yeah.
They're great people.
Those kids don't even know about the 999 challenge, man. They don't know shit.
Those kids have no idea.
You think they know? It's literally that meme of the guy at a party. Do you think they know that Krabs did a 10-10-10 challenge?
They don't know.
They have no clue.
That still does not get the praise. Like, I should have some sort of plaque back here. There should be like a, right next to my Sportsmanship of the Year award or Unsung Hero award, there should be a 10-10-10 challenge, a completion plaque, or at least some sort of document, right? Some sort of documentation. Like, for Guinness Book of World Records, you break a record, like the people have to come out and like sign something, say that you broke the record. Where's mine?
Well, here's an idea. How about you call newly elected member of Congress, Mark Teixeira, see if he can get it for you. He's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I get in contact with him?
I'm sure we can call his office. Yeah. Mark Teixeira went to my high school. Great guy.
Yes, he did. He paid for your whole baseball facility.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's Mount St. Joe Gale. Yep. Shout out Sade. Get involved. Dropping a 5 whale. Let's go, Sade.
Shout out Sade. You might have to get your look back at the Rough Riders Field this season, Krabs.
Yeah. That park, it was great vibes. That's a place I could certainly see myself getting involved with a little 999 challenge. It's easy access too. They got a whole hot dog shop right behind home plate.
Yeah.
They only sell hot dogs.
I think they have like dollar dogs like once every week.
And they have the seats we sat at with the table. That makes things so much easier.
Super sick, yeah. Super sick seats.
Logistically perfect.
I mean, could not be worse hot dogs than the Rangers dogs. Like you guys tripped the Rangers stadium, which I get. What we really should just be chirping is the dogs, because that's unacceptable.
Yeah. The dogs are a representation of the stadium aura.
Unacceptable. W Hype Train. I think it already completed, but we appreciate you guys. Yes, we're betting SMU today, MS Duver. Yep. What's that award back there, Krabs? Mr. Hustle Award. That's a handout for me, guys. How is Hustle Award an award for me, guys? First off. Second off, Big Cheesy.
It could be a handout, though.
That was hard earned. No handout in sight. I have a Sportsmanship of the Year award back there, and I have from literally middle school basketball. And then I have an Unsung Hero award from senior year of high school baseball. And those don't grow on trees. So, again, I would love to put a 10-10 challenge completion plaque right next to it. That would be perfect.
You should get that custom made.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I'll work on that this weekend. Top priority. All right, why don't we go ahead and hop in, talk about some plays for today. College basketball slate is decent today. I mean, there's some moose shit games for sure, but there's also some really good games and a lot of mid-majors today. So you guys are going to need us for sure. Let's get the party started with an under in Texas and Arkansas. Jovan, anytime you take an under in an Arkansas game, I feel like it's pretty contrarian. And this total, man, just keeps on dropping. I'm seeing it's down to 164.5 now some places. Jesus. This total's dropped almost 10 points from the opener, which is insane. And also Texas is catching steam as well in the spread, down from +8.5 to +7. That makes a little bit more sense. Arkansas has lost 2 of their last 4. They're coming off a loss. And Texas has looked a little bit better of late, and they're coming off a big-time win. So it makes a little bit of sense why we're seeing Texas catch steam here. Now, this is the first time these two teams have played so far this season. I think it's going to be a nasty, nasty under. I think Texas slows this game down. They muck it up. I think they do cover, but I'm not going to bet it. I like this under better. If they cover, this game has to go under. If the game goes over, Arkansas is probably going to muck. So I lean with Texas, and I love the under in this game. Seeing a total drop this much in a primetime game on ESPN2 tonight, simply can't resist. I'll be fading Jordan Pope. I'll be fading Darius Acuff and a lot of these goats on both sides. And back in that Texas defense, which does show up a time or two. Arkansas doesn't play like a defense, but if Texas is going to cover the spread, it's definitely the sharp side, down to +7. This game has to be nasty. They got to play some defense. They got to slow the game down. That's what Texas does. That's what they're going to do again tonight. Take the under in this one.
Yeah, I'm kind of in on that. I kind of like Texas in the game.
Same.
I don't know if I can get myself to push that button, but I feel like they do this like twice every year, 2 or 3 times, where they just get a random big road upset win when nobody takes them. And I think they've already had one off the top of my head. I forget who it was against, but I remember it.
They're also coming off an upset win against the Aggies on the road, which is honestly a very impressive win.
Pretty big one.
Hence why I'd prefer just betting this under, but I do think they cover.
Yeah.
I do.
This feels like one of those spots that, I mean, we've taken plenty of them too, so we're not, I guess, outside of it, but one of the spots where they see, I don't know, Texas coming off a big rivalry win. Arkansas got smoked by Florida like everybody has gotten over the last couple weeks. It's like the easy bounce back spot against a team who just won on the road.
Yeah, might be a little too easy, huh?
Yeah.
All right, W play. Yeah, 69 nice in the YouTube. We do need to hit a sharp report format. My goodness. We do. Let's hit one tonight. We'll talk about the squares in a moment. For now, let's hear Jovan's first sell job on the straight bets.
Horrific team out there in Philadelphia. If you would have told me that Spurs were dropping 131 last night and we were not getting over, I can't say I would have been like over the moon shocked, but granted, the way I thought that game was going to go, I would have been a little surprised. But now you got back-to-back games where the Sixers have been held under 100 points now, and you get to play the Jazz. Jazz has had, I mean, probably the best performance in a loss they've had all season. When the entirety of the world was fading them, they came back and played an incredible game. Keontae George was unbelievable in that game, and they probably should have won, but played their heart out to the end. The first time they looked like they actually were trying to win for a little bit. Who knows who's going to play, I guess, for either team today, because I don't think full injury reports are out yet, but we know the Sixers are on a back-to-back, so you already were getting no Embiid. You're probably going to get no Edgecombe. We'll see what happens with Maxey. But regardless, if you can't score against the Jazz respectfully, especially when like they haven't been able to score on the inside on anybody talking about the Sixers, this is like your best chance to in a handful of games here, which is one of the reasons why they haven't been able to score many points as of late. Now you get the cast of dog shit bigs that are probably going to play weird minutes because what do you know? They played massive minutes last game. The Jazz are trying to win. Are they going to try to do that 2 games in a row? Probably not. This is the game where if they don't drop Nuck, I don't know what to say. Right. Forward team over there is scoring 130.
Yeah. It's time. a Sixers knucking. Let's put up some points tonight. All right.
Yes.
I like it. And then I like that second play too, but we'll save it. Want to hear that sell job? I'm sure Goots does as well. All right, swing it around. I got another straight bet here for the peeps. Has to be done. Chat's been talking about this one. Maybe it looks a little easy. Don't really give a shit. I'm locking it in. I'm not staying off the plays I like I did yesterday with Georgia and a couple other plays. I'm just attacking right now, and SMU is a smash spot. It has to be done. It'd be one thing, Jovan, if they were a favorite in this spot against ranked Miami. That'd be one thing. That would be crazy. It would. You know what's crazier? They're favorites against ranked Miami without BJ Edwards. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Sure, SMU is really good at home. Sure, this game means more for SMU, a team on the bubble trying to solidify their spot in March Madness. Sure. Both are true. Miami's been a fucking wagon and nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it. They're now getting some respect finally this week. Deservingly so. My goodness. I mean, what a job Jay Lucas has done in taking over from Larinaga. That Miami team is awesome. They're ranked finally now. Thank goodness. They should be. Shout out the ACC. Hate to say it, though. That ranking ain't lasting long, Jovan. They're about to rip that shit right off, right next to their name after they lose this game to SMU. SMU has been struggling down the stretch. They've lost 2 in a row. They've lost 3 of their last 5. This is officially, like our Prize Picks lineup tonight, a must-need spot for SMU. Luckily, they've played incredible at home so far this season. This team is damn near hard to beat. 15-2 at home on the ML this year. One of the best home court advantages in the ACC for some reason. Doesn't make sense. It's not because of the crowd. We went to the VT game. Could not have been a quieter crowd. They just must like playing at home. They must like the fire that goes up behind the freaking basketball hoops after they hit a buzzer beater against the Hokies, right? SMU is not losing this game, Jovan. There's no way in hell the books make them a favorite without one of their best players against newly ranked Miami playing great down the stretch if they're not coming through. This is a UCLA type of smash spot from last night. Lock in SMU today. Boopy Miller gets it done.
Shout out Smoo. He's going to need to get it done. This is his game.
Also, I saw a TikTok the other day. SMU is the most expensive school in Texas and one of the most expensive schools in the country.
Southern Mother University.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I knew it was preppy. I knew it was nice. I didn't know it was like that.
No, yeah. Like anything, the stereotypical, like preppy, rich school is exactly what SMU is.
Yeah.
Like what you think, like if they were to like make a movie about the preppiest rich school, which I'm sure there are plenty out there, like it's SMU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you were making the video, walking out of there, screaming at the camera, all the boosters' kids standing around you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
Imagine being a booster's kid. That's why I need to work my ass off so I can be a booster.
Yeah.
And eventually I can have my kid go to the fucking games, do the Diamond Club in the college basketball stadium.
Lead
I think
VT to the
that's
title.
goals.
letter of the law, you are kind of a booster.
I am a booster, yes. I do donate.
Yeah.
I do donate. I got a text the other day. Did I not tell you this?
You told me this.
Oh, I told Goots. Let me see if I can find it. See if I can pull it up here. Pretty funny. Here we go. Hey, Hokie. Ready to come home? We thought so. Make your summer plans to return to Blacksburg for alumni weekends. Hi, Krabs. They don't call me Krabs. They call me by my name, and I'm not gonna say it. Giving Day is coming. But there's still time Giving Day is coming to a close, but there's still time to jump in for what you love about Virginia Tech. Make a $15 plus gift to your favorite college, team, unit, or program and score exclusive limited edition lapel pins. That was a lapel pin.
Lapel.
Sure. Still don't know what that means, but that is how you say it. Yes.
It's the collar thing on your shirt.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I already donate $100 a year to the Hokies, and that's probably as much as I'm going to give until I see some results. But I am technically a booster, yes. Sure. I didn't get a lapel pin.
Well, if you follow the instructions of that text,
Yeah, well, I already gave him 100. I'm not giving him another $15. I already gave him 100.
You can wear it on your suit jacket when you go to a wedding.
Sure. Hokies.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really know if I like that too much, though. It's like when people rock their, like, college rings everywhere. People do that. Like, some colleges specifically, like, everybody who graduates, they always wear their class ring everywhere. I'm like, that's a me guy move.
Oh, I saw maybe it was like a TikTok or a tweet or something about that the other day. Like nothing is more useless of a purchase than your high school and college rings.
Yeah, I didn't even get one.
Yeah, I was just like, that was insane money wasted for no
Yeah.
reason. When can you wear those and it look not douchey?
Literally
Literally
just to alumni get-togethers or whatever.
My parents were so fed up
Even
with my
then,
antics
you
at
look
that
like a
point
loser.
in college. I barely even graduated. They weren't buying me shit.
No.
At that point. And I wasn't buying myself a class ring because I don't want to wear one. I've never understood that. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, but I feel like rocking your class ring, your college class ring, is a me guy move. Is it not?
Yeah, it's got to be a big guy.
It has to be. It has to be. Krabs, would you rather see the Nats win back-to-back World Series or the Hokies win the Natty?
It's a great question.
I mean, I would do literally anything to have either of those occur. But the Hokies.
What sport?
Football.
Is that only football or
Yeah, what if it's basketball? Or
yeah, what if it's
Nats?
March Madness? Does that change the answer?
I would take basketball and a basketball natty as well for two reasons. And this is the right answer. Two reasons why. Number one, we are one of two Power 5 schools ever to not have a national championship in a team sport. It's us in Kansas State.
Yeah, I remember it was you guys in Mississippi State for a while before they won College World Series.
Yeah, they finally did. Yep. So that's the main reason, to get off the schneid and finally actually win something for once would be cool. Also, the Nats have already won one in my lifetime, which is nothing a single Yankee fan in the chat can say right now. Not a singular Yankee fan in the chat.
Maybe a couple of them, because you do have
maybe a couple OGs.
We got a couple older New York guys.
Maybe a couple OGs are lurking, sure. Maybe my guy B-Ferg. But most of you guys haven't even seen a Yankee World Series. You just talk about the ones from Babe Ruth.
Babe.
Aloha. Babe. Aloha Betts coming in, giving a subby. Aloha Betts. Sure. Appreciate you, boss. Dubs. Yeah, let's move. Jovan, do you want another straight bet here for the Beeps?
Yep. First half under in Stanford, Notre Dame. Shout out Goots. Both these teams, I mean, just incredible performances in their last game. Remember the Notre Dame absolute legacy game. I think the game went to OT, right, Goots? Their little win against NC State, where that's a game that's kind of built just to be three-point shooting versus three-point shooting, the way that game ended. And, of course, in classic fashion and makes sense fashion because of the matchup, you got the Cole Serta game that you get pretty much every other game out there on the court. Matchup's a little different this time, but beside that, while we're speaking of SMU, guess who also scored 95 points in a dominating win against SMU in their last game? Stanford, who has been considerably worse, especially offensively, when they go on the road. Of course, the game against SMU was one of two consecutive home games where they looked really, really good. Now they get to go on the road, and would it shock you, Krabs, if I told you Notre Dame's three-point defense is actually pretty good?
I mean, they got to be good at something. So I'm happy to hear that, but it would shock me, yeah. It would.
Yeah, they're a lot better, I guess, at the start of ACC play, but they're still relatively solid. Part of that's, I guess, because they're so small as is. So, like, teams really aren't trying to do anything but get inside on them. But regardless, like, they do a really good job denying three-point looks. And if we're talking about how they're going to stop the Stanford offense, the answer is very obvious. It's the same thing that teams are doing to Christian Anderson and Texas Tech right now. The same thing Jamie Dixon did last night. Anybody but Okoro. And a lot of the other options has to include spot-up shooting. So if you're going to count on that for a little bit, obviously, like Corey's going to try and get his. He's going to put up a billion shots, whether he makes them or not. I don't think really matters in the context of this game early, but I think you're going to come out and you're going to see a lot of pressure on him from a couple on-ball defenders, and you're going to make the Stanford shooters shoot, where on the road they haven't been able to do it against the three-point defense that really does well, even when they're bringing pressure on a main scoring option at denying the spot-up open looks. I feel like that's going to be tough for them. So I think Stanford's going to come out a little, I guess rusty's not the word, but struggling to find a lot of really good looks in the first half. And I think the same can be said for Notre Dame, especially when You're probably not getting the Cole Serta game that happens every other game when he's on Prize Picks. He does push his line a lot, but he never hits, especially when he's coming off of these larger games that he's had. He just had 36. But the same deal kind of applies. Stanford's 3-point defense is not bad either. So, like, the way that Notre Dame would have to score is like beating them the inside against immobile bigs. That takes a long time, just like the Iowa State situation from the 2 games ago. So I think we're going to get a really slow start to this one. It's ugly ball.
Yeah. All right. Great fucking sell job. And that's baseball.
Yeah. Probably not going to get a game as bad as the first one they played, but
that would probably be impossible.
Yeah, it's literally impossible. That was the worst game of all time. But closer.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, Sock Station. Sorry, I was getting distracted watching Shane Baz, who has a discolored beard.
He does. It's very blonde.
I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. It's probably from the sun, but he's got like a very blonde goatee, and then he's got a less blonde beard. It looks really weird, to be honest.
Doesn't matter when he's striking out guys in 3 pitches.
When you throw 100, you can have a 2-color beard, right? I prefer the red accent, not the super blonde, bleach blonde, but that's just me.
You would have to dye it. That's
just me.
Luckily for you, that just grows.
Not a lot of people, Goots, can pull this off.
I mean,
I don't see you having a red
goatee. It's not his fault. That's his hair color.
I don't see you having a red goatee.
No, I can't. I can't even grow a full beard.
You could get that little goatee going, though.
I mean, not really. No.
It wouldn't grow more than a stub?
No, I trim it once a week.
Okay.
It's not going any farther than that.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
All right. I could see Goots getting like a little ninja thin goatee where it's like open in the bottom. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
I can see Goots rocking that.
I can't grow that much to where I could do that.
Well, you haven't tried to grow it out.
I'm not a karate master, Krabs.
Oh,
I have tried.
You've tried to grow it out a little bit?
Yeah, just not getting long enough to do something like that.
That's fair. Yeah, just wait for the promo to come in, Goose, and then you could trim it up.
Thanks, Taylor Bird.
Could be any day now.
Any day.
Perfect. We got Falser getting involved on the 7-stream streak. W. Falser, we appreciate you, boss. All right, swinging around, Goots. I got one more straight bet here for the peeps. And, yep. Do I even need to say anything? Should we just move on to Jovan?
Krabs, man.
I don't want to hear it. You said the same thing about Georgia yesterday. So, and cost me coins. I'm trusting my gut. This is a winner. It has to be done. It's almost like a coach's fired system taken one step further. It's a best player quit on team system. We need to start tracking this. We have Chad Baker-Mazara, who, again, who knows what's going on behind the scenes? We have no idea. There's rumors aloof, 10 different crazy rumors going on. Who knows? I'm not here to even, talk about that stuff. Let's just talk about how this Trojans team has not won a game since Nam. They just lost their best player who quit halfway through the game last game, came back out after halftime, Jovan, sat courtside next to either his girl, his mom, or his agent, somebody he was talking to, some chick. It did not sit on the bench. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah. I don't understand it, but again, it's not my job to figure out what the hell's going on and be a detective. My job is to find winners, and the Trojan is one. Trojans are a winner tonight. They have not won a game in forever. Luckily, they play Washington tonight. It does not impress me much, really, at all. I think this is when Musselman says, gentlemen, this can go two ways. Okay, the road splits ahead. You can go left, you can give up, you can quit, you can be a me guy, you can be Chad Baker-Mazara, you can not give a hoot, you can check out for the rest of the season. Or you can go right. You could do the right thing. You could give a hoot. You could win this game. You could win a game this weekend. You could win a couple games in your conference tourney, and you could still make the tournament. This team is 18-11, and they haven't won a game in weeks. That's actually impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
They were ranked at some point this year. They have Gilbert Arenas' son on the team. Imagine if they had Rodney Rice and Chad Baker-Mazara. That's a comment for another time. But this USC team, it's make or break tonight. And somebody start tracking the best player quits on team POD, because we got the first one today. USC on the road, heading to Washington, a team that I am not scared of one bit fading at all whatsoever. This is a great spot for USC to hit the reset button, finish the season strong, and still push to make the tourney. You know who's not making the tourney? The Huskies. If anybody's going to be checked out, it's them. Don't be distracted by what's going on off the court at USC right now. They still have Coach Musselman, who's a top 20 coach in college basketball, in my opinion. They still have Gilbert Arenas' son. They still have young talent. Shout out Goots. They do. They do. And tonight they're going to cover, and they might even win outright. Don't be shocked.
Might need that.
You sold me.
Yep. All right.
Sold.
I know you hate the play. It's okay.
No. Actually, all jokes aside, I do not hate the play at all.
Okay.
Washington is just.
We
they're
plus they're a little shorthanded right now.
We just didn't get the previous coach fired system with the LA Kings, so maybe carries over to the best player
I feel
quits
like
on team.
That one probably shouldn't even count because they had the whole team ruled out right before the game.
The Kings did?
Mysterious sickness. Yeah.
You fucking kidding me, dude.
And they still almost.
We talked about this yesterday.
They still should have won. They were tied going in the third.
Yeah.
And how about PJ Haggerty just saying nah yesterday? They still won. They still won. PJ Haggerty, talk about a me guy.
Talk about.
All right. Jovan, one more straight bet for the peeps.
Yeah, Krabs, you tailing this Bozo pack?
No. I don't even know why you're wasting your time pitching it, but I'll hear you out out of respect.
It's two of your favorite teams. I'm running the ball with this one, Krabs. Maybe one of, if not the most embarrassing midweek games of the college baseball season was last night in the first of two games that UVA had to play against the Charlotte 49ers. You know the score of that game, Krabs?
What?
14-0. They got run ruled in 7 innings.
Damn.
By Charlotte.
Embarrassing.
By Charlotte. A two-hit shutout at that. Chase Oxborough was fucking dealing. He had 6 shutout innings, 1 hit, 12 Ks. Safe to say, let's just call it what it is, especially because it's a double midweek game. So pitching staffs are already thin. You got the great performance from one of your starters. You're going to have to dive deep into the bullpen before your weekend series this week.
Yep.
Charlotte don't have the first half. And same kind of goes for JMU, which a little bit more, I guess, basketball reasoning behind it more than just this team is better than the other, like we're talking about in baseball. But they already lost to ULL. And that's a ULL team that defensively is absolutely horrid and has no rim protection, which on paper should have been like a huge sore spot in a matchup against JMU. And it didn't really show itself in that one. Ugly, low-scoring game. This one, they're bigger favorites. They're going to drop Nuck, and this is how you get plus 105, actually, which I was kind of surprised it even got there. But we're in the plus check. That shit's hitting.
They're giving you plus chicken betting on the Who's? That sounds like a dream.
Well, yeah, with JMU. Plus check on the Krabs Bozo pack.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I do like the spot, obviously, with them coming off of getting knocked. I hate these teams' guts.
Yeah,
probably a winner, though.
As you should.
Probably a winner. That is fire that it's plus money as well. You don't have to lay minus 130 for a greaser. You get a little plus chick on your side. Okay?
Shout out.
All right. That's a Bozo pack that I could not get behind, but I do think it's hitting. If I tail that, it's not going to hit. So, out of respect, we'll let that puppy splooge off to the side. It's good to see JMU catching some steam as well. All right. I like the play. Let's get to some squares. Okay? Got a couple less thans. Keontae George splooged last night. Splooged. Honestly, the Jazz are putting up some points of late. Don't look now. They're scoring a little bit. Keontae George, pretty good player. Is he Kaishan George? I'd rather have Kaishan George, but most people would probably take Keontae, to be honest with you. Obviously, I'm biased there, but I want to fade Mr. George coming off of a legacy performance. Honestly, he's been playing pretty good down the stretch, and he's up for 20.5 points, juiced to the under on the books. In a game, I think they get blown out by the 76ers, just like you were talking about. You like the Sixers team total over, which could certainly get there with that. Hope that's the case. Hope it's a blowout. Hope they put up 150 points so that Keontae George grabs Pine. He only plays 3 quarters in this game. That'd be massive. That way we don't get a Grayson Allen hook like we had last night. Go ahead and give me Keontae George less than points after he splooged in their last game, and he's been one of their best offensive pieces, honestly, down the stretch. They haven't won a game in forever. They're not winning tonight. It's the Sixers in a blowout. Let's hope that he only ends up playing 3 quarters, and this will be the freest square on the board. Then we got Mr. Jordan Pope. In a game I like the under in a game I like Texas in. Have you seen the Jordan Pope chart?
I've seen it, Krabs.
It's something you tell your grandkids about. It's something once you see it, you can never forget it. Ever. it's an absurd chart. This is an absurd square. And although I do like Texas in this game, I think I made it pretty clear earlier, I like the under a little bit better. Not really thinking anybody in this game. I mean, you could probably find a guy or two, but I think you could take a lot of less thans for points in this game, and you could find some good success here. So I'll go ahead and fade the best player on Texas right now, who's been absolutely carrying their offense. I'll take his less than points, who's on the pop tab, in a game where, sure, they might cover, sure, they might win. If they do, it's going to be in a low-scoring nail-biter, and I want to fade Mr. Jordan Pope. I've done it before. It has not worked out great. We're so due to hit a Jordan Pope fade. Let's hope it's tonight, and let's hope he gets absolutely clamped up by Darius Akoff or somebody on Arkansas, a team that doesn't typically play defense, but with this total dropping, somebody is.
Yeah, I'm down on that.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, I'll make you splooge because this is a all less than format.
Let's go, dude. Yes.
I know that gets you absolutely bricked up. Starting college, I guess you got the former Baylor product. I'll give you the current one. Isaac Williams has been unreal as of late, and it's on incredible efficiency, which is the huge red flag going into a matchup against Houston. Now, again, it's not like the last couple of years, Houston. They've had much better defenses, but they're still tough to go against for a small guard that's not like a dead-eye three-point shooter. Like, for a majority of Big 12 play, he's not really taking many threes. Now, he has gotten like a pretty big minute increase like the past handful of games just because he's been playing well, but he's not a three-point shooter. Now, add on to that the fact that he's 6'1", so like he's not a big physical presence. He wants to get to the rim. That should be pretty tough against Houston. And when I talk about the efficiency, like against a more physical defense than that, but games against UCF, Arizona State, Kansas State, Louisville, like the last couple of games, 6 for 9, 5 for 6, 6 for 9, 6 for 11, 8 for 12. None of those games he shot under 50% from the field. You're not going to get many looks against Houston. Granted, like the first time he played 26 minutes, he's probably going to play a few more than that now, but he only shot 3 from the field, or had 3 field goal attempts. It's because the matchup doesn't really call for that. It calls for more like Cameron Carr or more somebody else, I guess, being the bigger aggressor and shooting the ball over the top of guys. It's not his game. So, like, I don't know the fact that a lot of his assists are also to the paint, where I don't know who's going to be scoring as far as the big men go against Houston because Baylor doesn't really have bigs. So I think it's a really shit spot for him in the Linsanity run eds now. And then Chris Dunn, you're playing against the Pacers today, Krabs, which means a couple different things. The Pacers do not allow like spot up 3-point shooters to really do all of much. So, like the role guys usually struggle against them, and Chris Dunn's not the biggest shooter, of course, but like that's where you'll get bit if you're fading his points pretty often, like the stray 3 or 2. But if you're getting to the rim on this team, you know who's probably going to do it tonight, Krabs?
Who?
Probably revenge game Benedict Mathurin. Or I don't know what Kawhi's status is for sure going to be yet. Nobody really does, but or Kawhi, or you're going to have a couple of different guys involved with the second game of Darius Garland. Darius Garland was all over the feed, all over the pop tab because his stuff was super green last game and his first game with him. And he was on a little bit of not a minutes restriction, but like it was the first game they were trying to get it figured out, which is why like Chris Dunn had the ball in his hands a little less than he had for the past couple of games. But now I feel like in this game, you're probably going to get a little more Garland than you got in the other game. So it feels like a storm of shit spots for Chris Dunn too. Like I would assume he's not going to be given ball handling responsibilities too much longer for this offense. And when you have that with more Garland combined with Mathurin probably being a me guy tonight, Kawhi has a great matchup too if he wants to get to the rim because, I mean, who's stopping him? Jay Huff, respectfully. It's not a Chris Dunn game. So I'm out on Chris Dunn.
Okay. Saw Chris Dunn get an interview the other day at like halftime of a game or something.
He had a great game. He was super inspirational.
Wow.
So I mean, now we fade him.
Let's fade. And then, I mean, Isaac Williams, his chart might be greater than Jordan Pope. I think that's possible, but it might be. It might be.
Both his points and Chris Dunn's points are probably the two greenest squares on the app.
Well, Goots, we can go and wrap up early here. DeAndre Tyree said 1 and 2 card at best for Krabs.
Shit.
Oh, shit. Chalk it.
Go and wrap it up real quick. What's the point of saying that?
Chalk it.
Who's benefiting?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Spring training lineup?
Talk about WBC.
We'll talk about WBC. I don't know if we have time for spring training lineups, but speaking of lineups, here's the lineup to the Sharp Report format. If you want to tail in the chat, there it is.
Got time for one more Judge fade?
I mean, yeah, I do. Aaron Judge versus Kyle Freeland. Give me a pair. Is there a pair?
I feel like you do your best work with these Nerfies or Yerfies.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me. I mean, the one that certainly looks like the freest Nerfie on the board is probably Flat Springs.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
After we cashed a Yerfie yesterday, I wouldn't mind going to a Nerfie today.
A Nerfie. So which of those other two would it be? Cooper Criswell?
Probably Brandon Sprout, who I've never even heard of, and Edward Cabrera.
Very good prospect.
Yes, good young talent. Brandon Scrotum. Nice. Probably that one. Is there a World Baseball Classic square for today? Or they just have the tournament squares up right now?
Yeah, just the
no, they actually have.
Oh, no, they do.
They have squares up now, yeah.
Alex Wells, 2.5 Ks, former Oriole.
Alex Wells in a nose hat. Goots. You see that guy?
They got Travis Bazzana up for one HR. Oh, they got Yu Chang. POD Yu Chang. Shout out Yu Chang.
That's crazy. I feel like it's got to be Travis Bazzana less than 1.5 hits runs RBIs.
They also have a Nerfie up for that game.
Huh. Interesting. Very cool category on Prize Picks, World Baseball Classic.
Yeah.
Very cool. I think we keep it simple. We go two-piece here. Judge less than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and Travis Bazzana less than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
That's a Krabs lineup if I've ever seen it.
I think we keep it simple. Let's see some green. For the love of God, let's see some green, people. Oh, my goodness. He's in the WBC category. There's the link if you want to tail that lineup. I'm sure plenty of people will. They do have the WBC Nerfie up. Yes, Landon. Good. Good find.
How are you not going to fade that, Krabs?
Who's pitching?
Can't say I know the Chinese Taipei pitcher, but I know Alex Wells.
You don't know Joe He who?
Hugh Josie. However you say his name.
I think you're supposed to say the last name first.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. As a KBL expert, yes.
Yeah.
We got N Zims getting involved with a 34 month resub. WN Zims. Appreciate you, boss.
Problem with that might be forgetting a year fee. Doesn't have to come from Australia, but I would assume Bazzana is hitting in the first.
I mean, I'll be honest. I like the Nerfie in that. Those are two absolutely atrocious pitchers.
Really?
Yeah. Those are two terrible pitchers, and they're giving you a handout Nerfie. Or handout Yerfie, excuse me.
You could take that.
I think you take the Nerf.
Nerf with Yu Chang.
W sub, appreciate you guys, along with Zach the Demon, who came in here and resub too. Dubs. We're going to talk FGCU when we get to the squad ride. For now, I want to talk a little bit about the World Baseball Classic that starts up today, technically, but I mean, the real games that we care a little bit more about start up tomorrow, right? So I want to get you guys hip. Are you guys excited for the World Baseball Classic? I'm assuming these games are all on TV.
Yes, they are.
At least the ones involving the U.S. I'm sure those are all on TV.
They're all on TV.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about the World Baseball Classic. W. Goots with the graphics here. Here's the odds. USA as the favorite. I think they're down to -110 right now, but who gives a hoot? Japan right behind them at +3 something. You got the DR sitting in the third, shortest odds, and then you got some of the other long shots. Let me ask you this, Jovan, before we dive into the top 3 teams, which I want to talk about the most. Is there a team from Venezuela below that you think has an actual pulsage to make something happen in this tournament?
Including Venezuela?
Yes.
I mean, I would say not just because they're the highest one up there, but I mean, the offense, Venezuela's offense is ridiculous. Like the pitching is an issue. And I think the pitching is an issue for more of the field than people realize. But their offense, I mean, is as potent as anybody not named the USA or the DR, I would say.
Dudes, could you do me a favor? The guy's still Slump J. I haven't been doing this recently, but can you ban him from the YouTube, please? Thank you. I'm tired of it. It's been all week. It's embarrassing. Get him out of here. All right. Venezuela, you talk about the pitching being a problem. Is that because a lot of the other teams are also doing the same thing or having the same problem as the U.S. pitchers, where these guys don't want to pitch a ton in this tournament?
I guess. Like, I think the biggest advantage, and I don't know, I haven't like seen this mapped out for every single team in every single situation, but I know they've heard it talked about like the DR, like they can get a start out of Christopher Sanchez, his second start, because they're allowing him to do it in like a very important elimination game. Like, you can't really get that with the USA. Like, they're going to need Nolan McLean in the championship if they get there. Like, so I don't know. Like, the pitching's an issue for Venezuela just because they really don't have the staff necessarily. But every Venezuela game might be like 10-9.
Okay. Could be some fun games. Tune in.
Yeah.
All right.
Take some overs.
Let's take a peep at some of the rosters for these top three teams that definitely have the best chance to pull this one off. W Graphics as well. I mean, this USA lineup is just...
It's just
incredible. Now, here's one little concern. Jovan, is there a singular guy on this starting projected lineup here? A singular guy you see there out there in the field with his little headshot that has ever won anything team-wise? I'm not talking about MVP. I'm not talking about, Rookie of the Year. I'm not talking about awards. I'm talking winning. Have any of these guys ever won anything? Bregman has a ring when he cheated. Sure. Yes. We can count it though. We can count it. One ring, and it was when they cheated. Got it. Got it. I'm concerned about it. We got a lot of great players. Don't get me wrong, Jovan. This lineup is unbelievable. Look at these guys. Their worst players, Byron Buxton. That's insane. I'm concerned that we have a bunch of guys who have never won a single thing in their entire life.
I think that's a good thing, though, to be honest with you.
Because they might be a little more motivated?
A little more motivated, and like, respectfully, a majority of these guys not winning something is not their fault. Like, is Buxton going to win on the Twins, whether he's healthy or not? No. Was Bobby Witt going to win anything? No. Gunnar plays for the O's? No. Kyle Raleigh, I mean, they weren't good until just now for the most part. Didn't have the juice until just now. So like, it wasn't like all these guys' fault. So maybe they have some extra motivation to get there and be something.
Good point. Schwarber does have a ring from back in before World War II. Great point.
Yeah.
Great point. You're right, though. He does have a ring. I'm a little bit concerned about the winning tendencies here, but I hear you. Maybe it's actually playing to their advantage where you got a bunch of guys who are hungry.
I mean, you could say the same about the DR lineup and the Japan lineup.
The DR lineup, I mean, a lot of guys like, I mean, J-Rod Jr., Tatis.
What up?
Vladdy. Fuck if they won.
Soto has a ring. He's the best player in baseball.
Anybody but Soto.
Vladdy almost won one last year. Austin Wells will never win a singular ring. And he looks stupid with that mustache. I mean, Tatis, great player, but he's probably never won shit on the Padres, respectfully. Yeah, same scenario here. Okay. Maybe all the winners are just playing in MLB spring training.
Yeah. I mean, good point, too. Like, Jack Hughes was the biggest guy for Team USA in the Olympics. Has never won shit, will never win shit.
Yeah, on a dog shit team. Good point.
Yeah, this is like this is his moment. This is the moment for guys like, I don't know, looking at the DR right now, outside of me just saying junior, but like this is the moment where like J-Rod does something that's actually going to be worth a shit.
Yep. What are we thinking about the pitching staff here on the DR? Because I personally like the DR to win this tournament. I'm going to lock them in at plus 400 or plus 450 or whatever they're at. But do you think their pitching can hold up? I'm a little bit concerned about their starters here. I feel like maybe not the same problem as Venezuela where they're that bad, but it's somewhere in the middle where I'm not too impressed by the pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not blown away either. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like people are overblowing the DR pitching issues. Like, I'm not a huge fan of really any of them except for Christopher Sanchez, but like Sandy was pretty moose last year, and I think everybody still has that in their head. Like, he can give them a really great start. Add to the fact that you're going to get 2 Sanchez starts in all likelihood, and God forbid, like you're probably maybe you get one really bad start from Biev or Severino for however long.
Yeah.
I feel like they can live with that because they're going to score a billion runs.
Yeah.
Like, the bullpen's fine. The
I mean, I
bullpen's
think
not an issue at all.
the bullpen's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
bullpen's fucking fantastic. So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, if you get a shit start from one of those guys, like both because of limitations and because you would like to get to the bullpen, like they're not going 7 innings and giving up 7. Like, they'll go 4 if they give up a nuke or 2.
Mm.
And the bullpen will shut it down. And that'll be that.
Yep, I agree. And I think, like you said, some of those starters, I mean, sure, they could cost them this tournament if Sandy's just terrible or Biev blows up, but I think those guys could also lock in and win them the tournament. I think it's a low ceiling and a high floor for those guys.
Yeah, like if you told me any one of these 4 starting pitchers went out and gave them 7 shutout and looked absolutely dominant, wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Like, do I think like you're probably going to get a pretty shit start from one of Bella or Severino? Like, probably, but like if they went out and shoved, I wouldn't be shocked either. And Christopher Sanchez, I think, is going to be perfectly fine. So like the ceiling's pretty high.
I agree. This will be my bet. I'm taking the DR. Will I be happy if the U.S. wins? Yeah, I'll be happy. I'm here to make money, though. And I've never put my money on a team that Aaron Judge is the captain of. You guys heard the captain's speech. You've seen him and his team in the playoffs when it matters most. Just collapse after collapse. I'm not putting my money on that team.
The price does seem too good to be true, though, I will say.
The price seems too good to be true for the DR?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell you why they're plus 400.
Well, the U.S. team is generational, so...
Like, it is, but for all that we're hearing about, like, the big issue with the DR is going to be their pitching staff. Like, Team USA is really better when it matters. Like, you're going to get a Skeen start and a Screwball start. Fantastic against the 2 fucking worst teams they're going to play, but you're going to need Nolan McLean in the elimination game. Like, when you get to the actual turn meets the tide games, the pitching staff's not going to be any better than the DRs.
Mm. Well, let's see if those odds are weird. Let's compare the DR roster to Japan. Let's pull up Japan's roster here. We'll see if it's weird that they have, longer odds than Japan here.
I think Japan is going to flop. I'll say.
Okay.
I'll say it. This is the team where I think nobody's talking about the pitching being an issue, and it's an issue.
Yeah. And Shohei's a me guy. He's not pitching. Yamamoto, I think, is overrated. Personally, Kikuchi sucks. He had a decent year last year.
They usually have what? Darvish, and then they're planning on Roki for a little bit to be in there, and then Otani's not pitching. It's Yamamoto and friends.
Yeah.
Like, respectfully, what can Kikuchi give you? It depends on the opponent, I guess. But beyond those 2,
yeah,
then Sagano is just.
Amai's not pitching from the Astros.
Yeah, Amai's not pitching either. It's like their pitching staff has lost some depth. Plus, their outfield is fucking immobile. hit a ball into the gap, it's a triple. No matter who's hitting.
Mm.
Especially if it's the right field or wherever they're actually going to put Seiya Suzuki.
How is this team plus 300 and the DR is plus 400?
It's just because Japan always gets respect and they just want it
3 times.
Yeah,
more than anyone else.
The teams are completely different. It shouldn't have any impact on that. The rosters are completely different. The teams are different. The opponents are different.
It's the only reasonable explanation that I can come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
maybe because they have Shohei and Yamamoto, but I mean, after going over the DR's roster, way deeper, way better overall in even starting. Even after we said we're sketched mostly about the starting pitching on the DR out of all facets, bullpen, hitting, starters. They're still better than this starting rotation. And Japan is plus 300. As a guy who cares about what odds are, that does concern me a little bit But maybe Goots is onto something. Maybe they're getting some respect, number one, because they've won this a lot in years past. We know they care about this tournament a lot, right? How locked in is the DR? How locked in is Team USA? These guys are fucking loaded, and if they lose, does it really move needle? This Japan team takes this shit seriously, hence why they've won, 3 of the last 4 years, I believe. Kind of building a dynasty here.
Yeah, 2.
2?
I believe. DR
this
1 in
team
13, US 1 in 17.
You take Shohei off this team, this Japan team is dog shit. Their best hitter. You take him off that team, their best hitter is Seiya Suzuki. He's a good hitter.
Yeah.
You're not winning the World Baseball Classic with that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it.
love
Why
to
are they
see-
plus 300?
Love seeing Murakami bomb though.
Sure.
Goots, I don't know what do you have all the graphics up for the teams?
I just have these 3, just the top 3 nods.
All right. Well, I'll just I guess talk about it then. You know who sneaky kind of rakes? Italy.
Mexico?
Italy.
Italy sneaky rakes.
Wow.
They just
Like
beat the
that-
Cubs
that-
yesterday.
Yeah. That lineup is like kind of good.
Wow.
It's like they're obviously not going to win shit at plus 5,000 with the road they have and the lack of pitching, but I feel like I don't know what the lines are going to be for some of these games where they face shittier pitching staffs, but like they're going to rake. I forget who their first game is against. Maybe Goots can double check this, but I remember looking and I was like, oh, that's a great spot because the other team is already played the night before. It's going to be shitty pitching. That lineup is going to be good and hard to get out. I'm going to be betting on Italy, so.
Okay. Cool.
At least the bats.
Well, we know Italy likes their meatballs. Let's hope they could do something with them.
Yeah, Vinny, Dom.
I mean,
fucking
yeah.
Gag.
At any point, Canzone can get hot. Marcy can get hot. Vinny, Cagliano, and Kyle Teal wasn't awful. I mean, it's up to Nola's the ace, and he was terrible last year.
Yeah.
They have some bats for sure. Pitching,
they have the bats,
no, but
they have the bats for sure.
yeah. I mean, when you have Miles Mastrobounty, you're good.
Yeah, that's the one sore spot. The one sore spot.
You know what I'm excited to watch is what's his name? Harry Ford.
Yeah, Nats prospect. Yeah,
Nats backup catcher. Cabert Ruiz is still the starter until
Is he starting on the roster or expected to?
I don't know who else would be starting for Canada if they're plus 3,500.
No. I mean, on the Nats roster.
I don't think so.
Is he going to be the backup?
I think he'll probably be the backup. I think it'll be Cabert gets first try again, and as soon as he sucks, they'll probably make a move. But shocker, Cabert's been hitting the ball great in spring. So,
well, yeah, I was asking if he's like the backup to start the year on the roster. I know he's not starting over Cabert.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
I mean, Riley Adams, I think, is still in the org, so that's interesting. Certainly a guy that could get brought up. And what'd you say? I
said, how is he still employed?
I don't know. I love Riley Adams. He's a good locker room guy, and he can hit lefties a little bit, but nothing besides that. Good point here from Phil's Utley. Japan is in the other bracket from the U.S. Think only have to face the U.S. potentially in the finals. That makes the odds make more sense. For sure.
Yeah, it does. I can't shake the feeling that they're going to get got for the finals.
You think the U.S. is getting Olympic men, women, and WBC 3-piece?
I mean, maybe not. It could be the DR, but I don't know. I feel like I think we all were, even people who were rooting for the U.S. Like, we knew we wanted Canada, and we were kind of teetering on not getting that matchup. I guess both teams were, but we got it.
Yep.
I feel like we're not getting this one, even though like it's not anywhere near the clear cut 1 and 2. But like USA Japan is the one that people expect, even though the DR is fucking fantastic and that's everybody's favorite long shot pick. That's not really a long shot. I don't think Japan's getting to the final. That's my hot take.
So who's going to the final from that side of the bracket?
Is Venezuela on that side of the bracket?
I believe so.
Could be them.
Okay. Who does U.S. play first in their first non-fake game?
They play Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes.
Shut up, Degen.
I mean, that's
so there's other teams in this that aren't even on this odd sheet.
Yes,
I think that's who Brazil or Italy plays first, if I'm not mistaken.
Italy plays who first?
Brazil, I think the day after they play the U.S.
Probably, yeah. Because I know U.S. plays Brazil first.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, they play them at 7 on
We play Brazil
Friday.
And then we play
Brazil's
Great Britain.
Run rolled 2 days in a row.
Yeah, and they're playing these games in Houston.
Yeah.
We could have gotten mobile. Houston. Pretty cool. Brazil, Great Britain, Mexico, Italy is the U.S.'s 4 games.
That's our pool play, yes, because they're in our pool.
All right.
I mean, that's just.
I mean, if they don't go 4-0 in those, just kick them out the
tournament.
tournament.
The team that can knock out Japan, Dominican, Venezuela is on the same side as Japan. Bang. Once they break pool play.
Yeah, Japan's not making the final. Hot take.
Yeah.
Wait, the DR and Japan are on the same side?
Yes, they're not in the same pool, but they're on the same side once they get out of pool play, yes.
And the U.S. is on the other side?
Yes, they're on the other side. So, like, their hardest matchup in a semi would be Colombia, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Canada, Panama.
Okay. I mean, give me a break. Those teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's truly just.
I mean, Puerto Rico is a viable team.
Yeah, I wish they actually had their guys and they weren't banned for smoking joints. Goots, what are your thoughts on the WBC? Do you have any PODs? Do you have any futures you like?
I mean, I'm not the type of guy to bet against my country, so I'm taking the U.S.
That should help.
I could care less. Yeah, I mean, Gunner win MVP. You want that? Is that what you want? Bully the kid?
No.
I like the U.S. Let's continue our reign of dominance. How about it?
Okay. All right. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Because me and Jovan aren't betting on him, so.
Nope, I'll do it. I'll be the Patriot.
Good.
I'll bet on him a little bit.
Braveheart Goots. Love to see it. All right. W follow coming in from Dio Deoxel. Appreciate you. And Can Van Dam, 25 stream streak. You're goated. You're goated. MVP odds. Phils, I don't know what the odds are, but I know who's winning MVP. I'll give you a hint. He hit a Nukenheimer last night.
I don't know if that's a hint because there were 75 nukes in that game.
Could at least cut it down.
But people, I think, probably know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I literally tweeted out that I tweeted out that he's going to win the NL MVP in baseball, but he also is going to win the MVP for the World Baseball Classic. Yep. Soto is going nuclear this season.
Just.
Krabs, during the Olympics, didn't you say you either bet USA or don't bet? No. No, Turnermac. That's actually made up.
Just.
I never said that.
I feel like, back to the MVP conversation, I feel like there is definitely something to be said about guys who haven't won anything, really good players who haven't won anything, having their moment in stuff like the Olympics or any international competition like Jack Hughes.
Okay.
So, I mean, Soto has won something. So maybe it's not him.
He has. He's also the second best hitter in baseball.
Well,
I mean, I would say it's going to be a long shot. Not necessarily a long shot, but like someone's going to have a big moment that isn't Judge, Witt, Raleigh, Vladdy. Like, I mean,
I don't know if that wins you. Will win you MVP though. Just one.
Yeah,
moment.
I mean, it depends. But I could see someone getting hot during the tournament and having a big tournament.
Dude, I could see it so being Byron Buxton.
Yeah. I love that.
So being Byron Buxton. Especially, I mean, not only shit pitching staffs that they're going to be facing in group play, but guys that don't really miss bats either. It's like multi-home run game, one of them. You might have one. Plus, this is like I feel like he would relish in the moment, especially being the fact that he's playing for a team that is going to be bottom of the barrel dog shit this year. He's fully healthy for this stretch of games that matters. As of right now, of course, knock on wood. I feel like this could be his time to have a moment, have multiple moments.
Could be. P-Dub said he's getting involved. Okay.
Like a Bryce Terang. That would be a long shot.
Good.
What? He could have a big tournament. He absolutely could. He's a great player, Jovan.
Great player.
I'd rather you just take Gunner at that point.
Okay. If you want me to give Gunner, yeah, I'll give Gunner.
I'd so much rather you take Gunner and just stand on that.
Rita says Krabs thoughts on DeBonza, saying he might stay in college. That's just straight aura farming for DeBonza. He's just bored. He's just bored. Richie Saunders is out for the year. They might not even make the tournaments. Their season's over. He's just straight bored and aura farming here. Plain and simple.
It's like when Cooper Flag said the same shit a year ago.
He's got a case of the fuck arounds. Is really what it is. If you think DeBonza isn't going to the league, I'd like to hit what you're smoking. Probably some good shit.
Some great shit.
Because there's no world. He said his reasoning was because his mom wants him to get a degree and set himself up for life. Hey, Mom, if he signs a number 1 or number 2 overall contract in the NBA, that money sets him for life, whether he gets hurt and even plays a single NBA game. So there's no real need to graduate. And you can't improve your stock anymore. So.
Skate, yeah. He's probably, especially now that Darren Peterson's been dog shit / injured.
Yeah, he's probably, right now he's the favorite to go number 1 again. So
yeah, number 1 secured.
If I was the GM, I'd still take Peterson, but Peterson has a higher floor. DeBonza has a higher, Peterson has a higher ceiling.
Yeah.
DeBonza has a higher floor.
Yeah.
For sure. I think they're both going to be studs. But if you genuinely think that he's coming back to play another year at BYU or another 3 years at BYU because his mom said so, respectfully, love the kid. Honestly, he's saying the right thing. He said, I got to get approval first.
You can't just say that you're going to the draft at this point. That's a big no-no. But he's going to the draft.
Yeah, after you say that, I don't really know if I've ever seen a clip of anybody saying they're going to the league. It's always them saying something like this, them being like, "Oh, I'm still deciding." You're right.
Yeah, that's because like if you say mid-season, mid-college season that you're going to the league,
yeah,
everybody's gonna be bitching like, "Oh, he's not even thinking about college. He's focused on going to the league. What a fucking me guy."
Yep.
Plus, it also gives whatever teams in the NBA incentive to tank even harder now that it's all out in the open.
Yep.
So
Good point.
Just like you can't do it.
Good point.
But he's good. There's a better chance that I get fucking drafted than DeBonza stay for another year at BYU.
Yeah, there's no shot. There's no planet where he returns. Imagine if Flag stayed at Duke. They would have the greatest team of all time.
Dude, not even Flag. Imagine if Cedric Howard stayed at Duke. People forget he was supposed to go there and be a part of that team this year, but crazy combine draft stock increase in like the last couple weeks or couple months before the draft, and he entered. If they have that, they're the greatest team of all time with him. God forbid, Flag.
Yeah. Crazy. They're also already maybe the best team I've ever seen in my entire life. So, without those guys. Is there a team you've ever seen that's better at basketball in college than this Duke Blue Devils team in your lifetime?
Last year's TCU team was pretty good, I'll say. Pretty good, man. Especially those 40 points we scored in the Big 12 tournament against Houston. That was really good.
I'd say that's probably 1B.
Yep. Colorado, sorry.
Yep.
But yeah, they're pretty close, but I'd give the edge to Duke.
Okay. One only Casper says, yeah, Florida. You talking about last year's Florida team, or you talking about Joe Kim Noah's team?
Last year's Florida team was good. But, I was the biggest – people forget. I guaranteed Todd Golden will win a championship in 3 years at Florida, but we'll sweep that.
Yep.
I was the biggest Florida slurper of all time. This Duke team's just so much better.
Yeah. To close out this yapping before we get to the squad ride here, I'm happy you brought up Florida. Has there ever been a defending champion in their next season that's talked about less as a chance to repeat than this Florida Gators team?
I don't think that's the case anymore.
They're playing great ball right now. They're beating the brakes off of every team they play down the stretch their last 10 games. I'm not hearing peeps. I'm not hearing peeps.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun. They feel like they've been getting talked about a lot and slurped a lot. I think they're very close, depending on what they do in the SEC tournament, because everybody is in agreement. It is Duke, Michigan, Arizona, not in that order, but I guess at the top, odds-wise, that's the order. But at the top of, like, those are the teams that if you were to take them or the field, people want to take them.
Yeah.
Florida, if they have a strong showing in the conference tournament, which they probably will, that conversation is probably going to become 4 teams.
Okay.
But they're not winning. So, I mean, they're not just for the sake of not repeating. I was talking about this with some of my friends that were Florida fans the other day. Look great. They're blowing past all these teams.
Yeah.
The first time that Xavier Lee and Boogie Fland are going to have to sack up and win them the game and make big shots is going to be in the tournament. Because they haven't had to close a game all SEC season for the most part. And I remember the only time off the top of my head that I can remember, like, the onus was on them, they had to be big, had to take the shots at the end of the game, was the Auburn game that they lost at home. People forget about that. But the first time they're going to have to do it or put, like, everything on their shoulders is going to be in March. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. I will say they have looked incredibly better, so much better, since they moved Xavier Lee to point guard and moved Boogie Fland to shooting guard. They've looked like a different team.
Yeah.
Different team.
I mean, they can't
See how long it lasts. Right? Okay. I need a peep from Krabs on Rhode Island Rams tonight, catching steam after they lost to Degen by 15 not too long ago. I do like them tonight, William Wagers. I do. Real quick, any thoughts on UNA versus FGCU? This game starts up here in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I got nothing. That's a horrific game.
Okay. I like Dante. I think it's Bacchus. I forget how you say his name. Number 1 on North Alabama. He's actually really, really good. I like North Alabama here on the spread. I do.
Sure.
Baiting Dunk City, who's going to be getting bets today blindly because people remember they were good 10 years ago. So FGCU also swept them this season. And you guys know how I feel about that. Hard to beat a team twice. How about beating them 3 times? Give me North Alabama.
3 times.
Give me the Lions. All right. Jovan, Goots, it's about that time, boys. Do me a favor, Goots. If you're around, if you're local, run that shit. Try to see that train. Jovan, great job on the squad ride yesterday, bro. Great call.
Can we ladder UVA baseball for the squad ride? I'll tell you what my plums are telling me, Krabs. I feel like anytime we have like a specific system play that we know there's some angle that we're never going to be able to take again, in all likelihood, it does hit. But if we don't put it in there, we always regret not putting it in there. How many times are we going to have to or be able to bet a star player quits on team? POD.
It just doesn't really happen ever because they're star players and their heads usually work. Their brains usually work a little bit. Or they typically don't quit on a team that's trying to make March Madness.
Yeah, week before the season ends. How many times we get to do that?
I don't know. Look at this, Goots. The Oriole Park at Camden Yards Premium Club. You ever sat there?
No, it's new.
Wow. That's they're copying the Diamond Club?
I mean, this is better than that.
Premium Club? Diamond Club,
It's right.
There will be a cease and desist.
It's right above home plate where the press used to sit.
Wow.
Yeah, they're putting it right there.
You know what's closer to the field, like right by the game, the Diamond Club?
I didn't see you put the Nats Park in your top 5 in MLB stadiums.
No way you squeaked
Video.
that.
You win this round, Goots.
Yep.
You son of a gun. Jovan, I think it's between the Texas Arkansas under and the Trojans.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like the Trojans as much as I despise that team.
I mean, whatever's going on behind the scenes for USC, like it's Coach Muss has to win this game to silence whatever the hell is being talked about behind the scenes. He's got to go out there and find a way. He might have to suit up himself.
It's a must win.
Must win for Musselman.
They get to stay on the West Coast, even though they're on the road. Old Pac-12 rivalry. Get some revenge for the first time they played. Might just have to be.
You know what, Jovan? I'm in. Trojans.
The Chad Baker
Trojans.
POD.
Trojans. Chad, what do we think? You guys like that pick? USC plus 6.5 after their best player just quit on the team and then sat right next to the bench courtside and chatted with a woman the entire game while they were still playing. Any thoughts?
That's actually insane the more we talk about it.
Sure.
The LinkedIn POD.
Yep. Let's go, Turner Mac. W's. Let's go, Ron. W's. All right. Great stream today. We appreciate you guys. I'm getting on the move this afternoon, so we'll be doing virtual shows the rest of the week. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow and stick around for the Yap, which starts up right now, right after this. WRAV with the Yap. We'll get you right in the NBA tonight. Okay, so stick around. Do not go anywhere. Stay right here for the Yap. Squad Ride USC late night plus 6.5. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be. Peace.
We're out.
Word. All right.